Hey, what's up you guys, it's Amanda, and as inspired by The Ultimate Ray of Sunshine, Phil Lester, I decided to talk about my favorite anime. Now, ever since I was a kid, I always find myself just sitting in front of the TV during the afternoon or early in the morning before I go to school. I just have this sort of connection with anime. But then, one thing that I noticed is that even as a child, I'm really into anime that has some sort of a slice of life, or it has like a dark kind of theme with death and whatever. One of the things that I used to watch as a kid would be Dragon Ball. Like, I watched the entire thing, and then they used to have like 5 days and it's just one fight sequence. I used to eagerly just watch that and look forward to the next episode, even if like now realizing it just takes forever. And then also another thing would be Inuyasha, because he was just one of the animes that I had a huge crush on. And also the fact that he turns into a demon and just starts killing people and stuff violently. Yeah, I don't know what that says about me as a kid. And another thing that I loved as a kid until now is Detective Conan. I mean, that anime just defined my life. Maybe that's why I love Sherlock so much. It's because I started as a kid loving those crime thingy-majigs and stuff. And I remember watching it with my dad every morning, and I was just really sad when they cancelled it on TV. When they brought it back, I was really happy. But then there's that. Now I have a list of stuff that I really loved watching. So one of those would be Yamato Nadeshiko, which is like, I think it means proper lady or whatever, and it's about this girl, Sunako Nakahara, who is just this who loves all death and blood and skulls and stuff, and she's really like she really has this weird perception of herself, because there was this one time when she confessed to a guy that she liked, and then he called her ugly and stuff, and so ever since then she changed. But then her aunt wanted her to become a proper lady, and then there were beautiful guys, ikemen as they're called in anime, and they had to live in this boarding house that the girl's aunt owns and stuff, and as a challenge for them not to pay the rent and stuff, they had to turn her into proper lady. Now that sort of now if you haven't seen it yet, it sounds sort of weird and stuff, but then the conclusion to the anime is really beautiful. Sort of has that thing wherein you're beautiful the way you are kind of thing, so if you're into that, you should totally check that out. Next in my list is Special A, which is somehow a very typical thing in animes, wherein, you know, if you're this group of extra talented and smart group of people, then you would be into a special program or whatever. There are just 7 characters there that has different personalities, different quirks and stuff, and different storylines that is actually very lovable and very charming. It has a weird love story thing going on, so if you're into those kinds of things, then you should check that out. Another anime that I have been watching, but then I haven't finished it yet, is 1 Week Friends, which is basically about this girl who's not really into the whole friendship thing. And then there was this one guy in her class who was sort of like interested in her and wanted to be her friend. And he figures out that the reason why she's not into friendships is because she has this condition. Every time the week ends, she forgets about the people that she develops as a strong connection with as friendship. It doesn't work with her family or anything, but then if she counts someone as a friend, that sort of affects her memory, and then they have to start all over again. And if you're into heartwarming stuff, and I'm still interested about like how are they gonna end the anime, but then yeah, I would really recommend this one. Another thing that I love is Free, which is about these hot guys who are into swimming, and there's also this recurring theme of friendship and whatever. And I don't watch this show for the guys, okay? Just putting it out there. I watch it for the friendship. This one, I know that you've heard about it because it's been like everywhere and a lot of people loved it, and I loved it. It's Attack on Titan, or Shingeki no Kyojin. Now, if you're into like great graphics, great stories, like violence, and also has its political stigmas and stuff like that, and it has really great characters. If action movies sort of suck, so you just have to stick to the anime. It's really like the best thing ever that I've watched. Like the first episode, it has that crazy feeling of heart-wrenching, thrilling experience, and you should totally watch it. Last in my recommendation list is Yahari ore no Seishun love comedy wa Machigatteiru. It's also called Oregairu or SNAFU, which I don't know what SNAFU means, but then yeah, there's that. This is something that I totally recommend to everyone. It currently has 2 seasons. It's not from a manga, it's from a light novel. And you can read the light novel actually. There are translations that you can Google somewhere. It's something that's really like something that everyone would love, especially if you're somewhat a bit sarcastic and cynical and also a bit like skeptical and introspective about life. This is something that you should totally check out and watch. Now, I'll be putting the titles of the animes that I said down in the comments below, so you can go back to them and stuff like that if you're interested in them. And give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and also hit subscribe if you want to hear more from me in the future. Put down in the comments below as well if you have any anime recommendations for me, and if you've watched any of the animes that I have been mentioning. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you again soon in a new video. Bye!